All right, today's reading is Lana Del Rey. If this interests you, stick around. I'm going to begin. How she feels about herself coming into 2026 and throughout the year, the overall energy is, well, she feels deep compassion and she's a sensitive soul. She's very empathic and understanding. So she's like kind of nurturing, but highly intuitive and compassionate toward herself and others, and probably within the realms of how she produces music, what her interests are. Just very sensitive and sensitive to others. She feels other people, and with deep care and understanding. So feels very humanitarian like energy. But this is her overall, and how she's feeling about herself is intuitive, highly intuitive, and empathic. All right, as far as her finances and her career right now, there's some severe stress in 2026. There's a shock to the system, and satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. Okay, so there's severe stress in her career house, which means there's friction with her finances, and she may have had a sudden shock to her finances for whatever reason, that creates, money creates stress. So she has probably a lot of bills, or maybe money management has been an issue. I'm not sure. But you never know how people actually, the relationship that people have with money. Just because people have money and lots of it doesn't mean they have a good relationship with it. Ask Toni Braxton. I mean, she can have all the money in the world and she still can't budget it properly. Look at her sister that's had all of those, the Tawanda, with all of the frauds and stuff, because she lives way beyond her means and only garners $4,000 a month, if that, these days. So, money. But it could be like lack of work or whatever. I don't know. Something within it that is just kind of like has her like twisted, emotionally twisted. And it's not something that she's very forthcoming about, because her emotional needs aren't being met, and it creates like stress for her. There's something within, it's either, well, I would say it's her emotional needs and her financial needs are not being met at this time for what maybe she desires, requires, what she, of like, her worth, maybe she's being shorted some way, shape, or form. In her future, well, it intensifies purging and renewing, and there's a retreat, seclusion, and an inward journey. So there is this, I feel that she's bad with money, okay, and she needs to take a look at herself and the way that she budgets and manages her money. Her career house is all about her money management and the mismanagement of her funds. So she's 2026, she needs to rein it in and not go on expensive vacations and traveling, and no extra. Don't be extra during 2026. It's not a good idea, because she's already feeling it and it's weighing her down. It's playing on her emotions. It's a feeling of like sinking, All right. But it also, like, this feeling, it also is, whenever there's pain, that's a great creative motivation for music. And she's feeling intuitive and empathic, and I feel like this circumstance will also help her to understand other people's financial situations, because like hers is probably easy for her to get out of, but if it were somebody else that effed up their finances because they don't know how to budget what they have either, it's like you're both in the same boat regardless of how much money you have. It's just easier for her to clean hers up because she has the opportunity to earn a lot more than the average person. So their mess is like people who have the opportunity to earn a lot of money can clean up their messes a lot sooner. But they also have larger debt than the average Joe too. As far as what Lana may be talking about, she's talking about work, and like no matter what, she is brave, she's passionate, she's got a big mouth. She's going to be very vocal and almost forceful, very intense, because she has intense feelings about something, and she's really passionate, and she is like going to open. She's very brave. She has a fever inside of her for something. I don't know anything about Lana Del Rey except that she has a beautiful voice, and I clipped a picture. Beautiful woman. But I don't know the ins and outs of Lana Del Rey. I do like her tone, though. As far as her home, well, there's going to be a radical change. Safe in your bubble, safe from harm, and you're protected. You'll be cocooned. But there's something here, and it may be a radical change where she's going to be isolated and at home for a while, but there may also be a radical change as far as where her residence is going to be. There could be a downsize due to a financial stress, and just taking that, like really realizing that you've stretched yourself financially beyond your means, which, so maybe she has to downsize in some way, shape, or form, and it may be with a home, or the sale thereof, just downsizing in some, as far as her home is concerned. But she feels very protected in her home, and she just needs safety. It's where she thrives. Now, as far as sex and luck and entertainment, she's very active. Okay? She's very active. She's very aggressive. With her adult activities, she's not afraid to lay it down. She's not afraid to make a move. Okay, she's very forthcoming. She's moving forward, and she's growing in this area. I don't know, how old is Lana? Let's just say, Lana, if you want to gamble and take a risk, now's the time. Now's the time. You will reap great rewards. Financial stress, take a couple of pennies. Nothing, not a lot, but you can take you can go gamble a little bit. If you already have financial stress, I wouldn't recommend it, but I would. A small something could turn into a lot. Now, as far as adult activities, that goes for that too. The more you have it, the more one of those swimmies can latch on, and you're only 40 years old, girl. You can still get pregnant. I'm just saying, I don't even know her lifestyle at all. So I'm just saying, one could latch on if she were asking me a question about birth. Okay, I would tell her that it's ripe. You're ripe and prime for the picking. And 2026 is definitely the time, especially spring through latter summer, for one of those swimmies to latch on. In the same respect, in the same time frame, there's also potential for, luck to be on her side. So if she wanted to play the tables, if she went to a casino, if she just, I don't know, bet on a football game or something, I don't know, she'll win. She's also, if she hasn't been with anyone for a minute, like during 2025 or whatever, 2026, there's abundance of opportunity for some adult activities, and she's for it. Like, she'll invite it. She'll just go out and grab it. Okay? She's very bold. Now, this intensity down here that she's talking about, it literally speaks something into the justice system. So this is a humanitarian, this is a fighter, this is political, this is all of those things. So is she like isn't she in my Taylor Swift deck? So is she kind of bold with her voice, political, take a stand? It's something, it could be with this here and it being fire. I'm going to say that it could have to do with like the workplace, inappropriate behaviors in the workplace. I'm not really allowed to say things as they are, but if you can put two and two together, I'm sure you can follow along. If not, I wish you luck. Anyhow, what that brings is like it's sealed. The truth is going to come out. The fate is already sealed. And the scales of justice will turn in her favor. They're going to balance out. She has, this brings great ambition to her and drive. Does she have a political, a legal, this is great. This is momentum. This is protest. This is like a big fuck you to the government. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what it feels like a revolution, an uprise. But it's a big, you know what? This is how I feel, and it's like I'm gonna set the record straight because whatever is happening is wrong, and I got a big fucking mouth and a huge platform, and I'm gonna use it. It's like she's just, but then it's like at what cost? Because she also gonna take a hit financially, and she's going inward, fucked up her own finances a little bit, but like this inward journey and feeling safe in her house, she may drop of a dime be feeling unsafe in her home, and that cannot happen. So she will immediately change her residencies, all right, if things get too intense. But she's the one that's intense because something is fueling her, and it's going to come out most likely in her songs. Yes, but this is more than, it's not music. This is drive beyond. And with this black stallion here, I don't know who she's coming for, but you better look out. She's ferocious. Oh, she's doing it legally. If somebody's looking to go to jail, don't get in Lana's way, because you may end up there. Do not cross this woman at this time. I don't know who she's battling. Who is she battling with? Is it a boss? Is it work? Is that why fire's there? On top of this intense momentum, right? So what's going on with Lana Del Rey? In her relationship house as well, she's getting it in her adult activities. At least there's a lot of opportunities for it, and to grow in that area, to like a lot of opportunities. And she's on she's spiritually connected, power of 11 here, through those encounters. And as well, if there is a financial abundant blessing for her, and I do mean financial, it too is sealed. You will be rewarded this year, Lana Del Rey. Something is paying off for her for opening her mouth. It's sealed legally. This may happen, I'm going to say, December. It could be late November. Oh no, late December. Yeah, late December. Throughout, this is the beginning of the year. This is the turn of the year type of energy, when this is gonna, whatever this legal, this outburst, this protest, all of this is coming into the beginning of 2026. It's going to fuel her throughout the year, but there's something a brewing. We have a pleasant distraction. Someone that's very entertaining to her. They are comical. She's captivated by them. They could be in entertainment themselves, and they are a pleasant surprise for her. Oh, they're just a pleasant distraction, right? She's known them for a while. We have childhood relations, early learning. This could be their skill set or their career. However, they're just they're teachable, and they're teachers, they're leaders, they're great communicators. She has a very good relationship that is a pleasant distraction, and they have wonderful communication. And this is someone that she may have known her entire life, but the communication feels that way nonetheless. It's effortless, it's ongoing, and it's solid. They like to entertain, they laugh a lot together, they entertain one another, and they are captivated by their relationship. So that is awesome for Lana. What she doesn't see coming is an offer, a union, the merge into, it's a love offer, quenching your thirst. Someone's, they may be a pleasant distraction, and you may be feeling really good up here, and it's like you, an abundance of the love making. Well, this person is here. They are falling for her. And it's coming, a coming together, a merging of souls, a merging of spirits, a union. And it's a love union. Could result in marriage. Just saying. I'm just saying. It could result in a lease, a mortgage, a career. It could result in a contract. All right, how she's viewed by others. And look how she's viewed by others. Look at the bird with the musical notes. Just a beautiful songbird that has passion, and she's playful, childlike, fun, and has confidence and creativity. So yeah, they view her just as she is. She has a heart of gold. She's passionate. She has a beautiful voice. She's resilient. She doesn't give up. She has a hardness and a toughness, but she's still playful and childlike and fun and passionate. And no matter what they throw at her, she endures it. And she stands the test of time. She does not give up. You can try to knock her down, and it feels like they've been trying, but she ain't shutting up. Who's been trying to silence her? She don't care. She don't care. She won't be silenced, not through song, not through finances, not through hardship. She is going to speak her mind. And she has a very loving partner in 2026 that will have her back. And they are playful and fun, and she's just, it seems like this is a really good year for Lana Del Rey.